guys in Shah's Corner. We're back. We, as in myself and Titus. In our last video, we had talked about a lot of things that Gameforge had shown us in their first stream. And now we're back after Gameforge has done another of their stream, which was more or less on Q&A. But yeah, before that, we will get into that. First, let us welcome Titus as well. Hello, and how are you doing, Titus?
Hello, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How are you?
All right, that's great. The way COVID is like progressing is quite a horrifying situation. I don't know,
And depressing.
yeah, depressing as well. I don't know how the world situation is at this point because it's kind of seated around a lot of other countries, right? Not as big as we have here, correct?
I can't get a. I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe they have more. Maybe they have less.
Yeah.
But I don't know because
Uh,
we can't get any clear numbers
yeah,
on.
that's I guess that's better than the getting a clear number, which may be higher than what we think about. So yeah, uh, let's end the depressing conversation here and get into Swords of Legends Online. This new MMO, people who love the MMO, people who are part of the MMORPG community, we are quite hyped about this game since they have been showing us, and also people who has the content creators and all the people who are playing in the CN or Taiwan server. A lot of thanks to them, we have got a lot of information about how the games are there, but of course we will not be talking about all those information here. We'll be keeping this concise to what information we have on our hands, and also some player given information due to some incredible people out there in the community. And just like that, we're going to take a look at one of such incredible people who created an entire document, a Google document, filling it with all the information they can get their hands on. Let's take a look. So, as you can see here, this is an overview given on Sword of Legend Online by Nodachiro. A lot of thanks to you that we got a lot of details. Now, first, he has given us an overview over all the 6 classes that will be coming, and we will not actually get into the classes. You can, of course, read out whatever is here. I'll be linking this document in the descriptions below, like usual. Of course, you will be reading that out, but our main part will be the rest of the things. Now, first, we're going to keep a look at what he has shared to us, and then we'll be uh, talking about giving a summary on what the people on Gameforge have given us information about. So let us begin with the PvE information that Chiro has given us.
Okay. So let's start with PvE. The dungeons. Here it is said that dungeons give crafting materials, gears to everyone per boss kill in the form of a crate. The final boss of the dungeon drops 2 crafting boxes that gives gems and mats and 1 piece of gear. Dungeons are considered 5 to 10 player cap, which is not decided yet. The players, the more player you have, the difficult the dungeon gets. Okay, and the more loot you will have, the better type of loot you will get.
Of course.
Yeah, dungeons have 4 difficulties: easy, normal, hard, and very hard. And loot limit is daily per day on normal, and loot limit is weekly. Uh,
On hard or very
on
hard mode.
hard and very hard. Yeah, another thing is you should know that if you get a reward on normal, you can also get the reward on weekly also if you do the
Yeah.
again on hard mode.
So
You can get
an optimal gearing grind, if you call it a grind, would be like let's say uh, do the normal and then do on hard and on very hard. So you'll get all the loots there is uh, for that day as well as for that week. And I think this will be a strategy we'll be seeing a lot in when the game comes out, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. Again, for PvE, the gearing system is you cannot wear PvE gears in PvP. The stats will be zero. You will get zero stat
Yeah.
bonuses on
In our last
PvP if
video,
you are.
we had already shown what kind of stats you can expect to get in PvP and what type of stats you can expect to get in PvE. Of course, we'll be showing more as the full localization comes and if Gameforge shows us all those information. But that is the case right now. So from this is a throwback to that previous video where we give a detail on what kind of stats, what are the different stats over there. Go on.
Yeah. Another one of the major thing about gearing up is basically the enhancement of a certain gear. Uh, that enhancement has no failures. If you there is 100% chance to get the next enhancement.
Yeah, and I think this is where people can directly cut off the speculation of okay, this can be another video. No, it cannot be because it has 100% enhancement chance.
Yeah, it is 100%. You just need the crafting materials and that's it.
Yeah,
You enhance the gears. There is no failures.
yeah,
Now, another thing is that there are two loot groups in from dungeons, personal and group. Okay, personal is basically loot is not determined by group size, and group is loot is shared by the players and role. So here, what is saying is, if you have you are in the personal loot group, okay, huh, loot is determined individually. Okay, you will all get the reward. Okay, no matter how much your group size is, and if you are in a group loot, then it will be shared among the players with a dice roll or greed or need
yeah.
system.
But I'll
Huh,
be throwing up the official information right here because this is a little bit confusing to the viewers. It can be. So I'll be throwing
yeah,
off the official information that we have from Gameforge is that you will from dungeons you will get both type of looting systems. You will have certain rewards that you will directly get. Those are drops for you only. But you will also have certain rewards that maybe a rare crafting material, that may be some sort of uh, vanity item, maybe gears, something. You can those stuff will be up for the entire team. So there is that. This is where the need or greed system comes, and
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, basically both a dungeon run will comprise of both the loot groups. You will get the personal also, and you will get the group also.
yeah. So there is no need to be worried about which loot group you're going to fall under or whether you're going to get it or not. So all that is irrelevant because you'll get something no matter what. Now, from here onwards, these are the information Nodashiro has shared to us, but these we do not have any official confirmation. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. So, like world bosses. So, there each side, then there will be world bosses. Like in the world bosses in various areas of the world. Some can be handled by your own, while some are meant for longer groups to deal with. Okay, you can there will be a solo. There can be a solo world boss, or there can be a world boss where you need to gather at least 10 or more people to
Basically,
hunt.
a raid party.
Yeah, then you need to obtain a life skill called Bounty Hunt that allow yourselves to be teleported to a specific map. Okay, the fight of the world to fight a world boss without causing unnecessary FPS lag to the open world. So this is a certain this is a new thing that Solo is following, where a world boss, like in other MMORPGs, a world boss is not in the open world but in an instanced area where once you get the life skill bounty hunt and you get a specific bounty on a world boss, you will be immediately teleported to that instance area where the world boss is.
Yeah, or maybe
Okay.
you'll have to go to a certain place in the open world where the node will be to go to that world boss instance,
Yeah.
whichever it may
No,
be. But
yeah,
yeah,
we do not know. We don't have any
yeah,
we don't have any specific information from the developers yet.
yeah. But
World
if
boss
yeah, go on.
so world boss are not tied to timers. This is a very good thing. This is a very good thing. We don't need to like okay, this time the world boss will appear and this time is only time we can kill it. That
Yeah,
is not
it's like we don't need to open that wiki page like we do in Guild Wars 2 and go on with the what
yeah,
is it there, right?
yeah. What is the timer? What is when he will wake up?
Right. Go on.
Yeah. So for the loot system, world boss drop loot several times a week or once a week. That depends on the difficulty and can be fought multiple times. That depends on the difficulty. So if it's a world bus where you need 10 or more players, it can be weekly,
Yeah,
can be.
can be. Yeah,
And if you are on a solo, you're soloing a world bus which can be soloed, then you can get multiple times,
it
several
can
times a
be.
week.
It can be the opposite as well. We still
Yeah,
don't
it can
know.
be. Yeah. So for raiding I consider 10 to 20 player cap, not decided yet. The more player you have, the more difficult raid increases. Huh.
I think I
If
like
you have,
this thing. Like the more people you have in your party, whether you are doing a dungeon or
yeah,
a
yeah,
raid, it just
this is the same. Yeah, this is the same system that Guild was to uses.
yeah. And I really like this system. Like it allows you to have that feeling that yes, this is challenging, no matter
Yeah,
how you do it.
you, yeah, you remember those champion bosses
Yeah,
or those legendary bosses.
yeah.
So if you have five people fighting that legendary boss, the legend will be seemingly easier to fight rather than when there are around 30 people fighting that boss.
Okay.
It's the same system that Guild Wars 2 follows,
Mhm.
and it has been followed by many games, but for me, I have seen only in GW2 at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I think it's also there in Final Fantasy. Maybe I don't know.
Probably because Final Fantasy is once very much like the events that goes on with the bosses are not always follows that system.
I
Maybe
don't know.
I'm not.
Like
Yeah,
I don't like. I most of every time I see a world boss going down, and there will be at least 50 to 60 players
yeah.
fighting
It's
that world boss.
impossible to actually determine.
I have I have never seen less than 10 players going against that world boss. So
Yeah,
I cannot say what they are. Yeah. Then the more players you have, the more difficult the raid will be. You have if you have 20, you are opt for optimal loot. Okay, that is yeah
interesting.
yeah interesting and new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go into the raid
Uh,
progression.
yeah. If you can get only one piece, you can get only one piece per week per character. And this is I think this is the same. Yeah, this is the same as for FF.
Yeah,
Raid leaders can decide between personal and group loot. Personal, everyone has a chance to get the drop themselves, and group is you have 100% chance drop for a roll for. Okay.
this is a little bit weird. Like I think this Norachiro did a little translation or something here because this is a little bit weird. to.
No, it's not weird. It's not like so if you have a group, okay. For example, I did a need on that. Okay. So I did a need on that, and another player did a need on that. Okay. So if I win, I get the
So
loot.
like the text is like should be the opposite. On the personal, you should have 100% chance to get a loot, and on a group, it should be everyone got a chance to get a drop. Should be the like the see these two texts should be the alternative
Mm,
placements.
like I don't know, maybe translation error. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't have any information on those.
And again, as soon as we have information, we have like have heard from Gameforce that there will be more streams they
Yeah.
will do on all these parts. So we are very much looking forward to what they are going to showcase. So let's move on to the PvP information he has given to us.
Yeah. So PvP again, this is speculations for now. For Western release, we have no PvP informations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like some of these
So
will probably be the same, some of these might not even come right now, some of these might change, so we'll see.
yeah. So at last there will be a there were a dueling system, 3 versus 3, 5 versus 5 arenas also. It is uncertain that if we are getting an arena for that.
We'll
Uh,
get a 3 versus 3 for sure. We don't know whether we'll get a 5 versus 5, but we'll get a 3 versus 3 for sure. That is already confirmed.
yeah, but like again, it is uncertain if you are getting the arenas that are PvP VE
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is something I haven't encountered in a long while. The last time I encountered this is in Star Wars and World of Warcraft. Okay, that is where open world PvPs are basically.
But this is not open world PvP. This is more of like we have I think this is similar to the SWTOR type of PvP. Like
Yeah, so in sort of there is this certain area where you can go to that area and immediately the PvP will start the moment you enter that area. So
or
it can be like that
to
also.
me, this feels like the arena that is PvEVP. I feel
No,
like
no,
this will be.
not the arena, not the arena, not the
No,
arena.
I'm talking about that arena. So I have a feeling that this might be something like a. If you want to compare this in SWTOR, you have those hut ball games. This is kind of that sort of feel. Different games or different mini
Mm,
events. Something.
I I don't think so. What I am thinking is basically it will be like the one of the open world arena in Tatooine. If you go with Sotor,
Hmm,
the one of the open world arena in Tatooine, that will be the one.
hmm, maybe we'll see.
So there is a certain area
Hmm,
where you can enter from the Jedi side and the Sith side. Okay, when the moment two people enters,
yeah.
the immediately the PvP starts.
Hmm,
Like basically, not even two people. Like the moment you enter, you are killable.
yeah. Basically, you're flagged. Let's go on.
Yeah, yeah, you're flagged immediately. And if you go to the Jedi side, you are flagged anyways.
Yeah. Right.
You're flagged anyways. In a PvP server, you are flagged anyways. So yeah. So PvP gearing, yeah, PvP gearing is separate from the PvE gearing.
Again,
Okay,
throwback
and
to the previous video.
yeah, and PvP gear cannot be used in PvE. Okay, uh, and you have this LFG matchmaking tool for PvE when it comes. So PvE gear cannot be used as a PvE gear when it comes to using the LFG matchmaking tool for PvE, which is the sentence is very odd.
Yeah.
Uh, PvP gear can be obtained by doing PvPs. However, PvP gear can be sold to the auction house by other players and can be obtained that way also.
If you're
You're
that
that
lazy.
lazy.
This is
Yeah,
good.
well, if you have money, you can literally get it. Yeah, you can get it in an instant. You
Mhm.
don't need to work hard for
But
it.
again, as far as we know, there is no way to get in-game gold currency if they are going to use that on the auction house. We still don't know how the auction house will operate. Uh, this question has been like blindsided kind of by Gameforge during this Q&A stream. We will probably see a stream or something that will show us some information on that. So hopefully.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they go by the crafting route.
I know, like what currency the auction house uses. Because in certain games, the auction house also has its own currency that is only obtainable by selling stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, that is there. Yeah. PB gear is seasonal, so expect to grind every season. When enhancing your PvP gear up and the season ends, your gear resets back to the base enhancement level. The
A
enhancement of
little
PvP gear,
louder. A little louder.
yeah, the enhancement of PvP gear has no failures, 100% success rate. Again, now,
Yeah,
this is uh, this is both for PvE and PvP. So enhancement of any gear has no failures. It is a 100% success rate. But what they said about the enhancing getting reset with every season, that is problematic.
that is there is. I think there is a reason for that because as far as I've known, that every season the mm, gear cap, basically the eye level or gear level. Let's say in season one, your gear level is up to 160. Then in season two, it will be like maybe 200 or maybe more, something like that. So your lower gears are invalid in the subsequent seasons. I think,
No, but it says when enhancing your gear, uh, your PvP gear,
yeah,
when the season ends, your gear resets to the base enhancement
yeah.
level.
And I
So
think that you might get all the materials that you have used to enhance the gear.
if, if the base enhancement level is one, then it means it resets back to one.
Yeah,
Okay, if we are enhancing it to plus 10
yeah.
and it resets back to one, then if they don't refund the material, we are basically all the materials are wasted.
Yeah, that is something we will have to see an official response whether we will get materials back or not, or maybe if there is any other mechanic that is in the play there, we'll have to see that.
Yeah.
Next one.
And now we have flagged PAB and outlaw system. So you can flag a player, yes. Killing a player decreases your karma. Okay. If you get killed by a guard with a negative karma, you go to jail. If you are welcome with reputable quests and abilities to move rocks around to reduce your time, which is I have no idea what they mean.
Yeah, maybe like like how the ancient Chinese criminals had to do in their jails, uh, throwing rocks
Uh,
around. Maybe some.
Escaping the jail leaves you with a debuff that takes damage on you over time. When you die, you go back to jail again.
Yeah.
Uh,
So basically, don't try jailbreak unless you have a couple of friends who can continuously heal you until the debuff timer ends.
yeah, or you have very high regeneration.
I very much doubt that can work, but let's see.
Yeah. If there is a bounty system, it will be awesome.
Oh
Like,
wow. Don't
yeah,
even think about it. The amount of people that will run after someone to get a high bounty.
it's not about it's not about the bounty. It's about how we can exploit that. I used to exploit a lot of the bounty system when we are playing Age of Wushu, where so if someone put a bounty on my head, I'll ask my friend to kill me and then collect the bounty.
I think most of the people used to do that.
Yeah, ways to do that a lot,
Yeah.
and it is not illegal.
Yeah. Oh, that is
It's in the system only.
yeah. All right.
Then again, faction PvP is a future update. We have no information, and guild versus
Also,
guild.
what is written here as future update? There might not be future update. Also, they might also come in the release. This is also not known. So yeah, again, take
Yeah,
this with a grain of salt.
yeah. So basically, red, blue, and neutral. Neutral can still be PK'd. Okay, we have no idea what a neutral
I will
is.
get that. You go on the guild versus guild, whatever is information.
Yeah, Guild versus Guild future update said to be launched in the first content patch. Okay, this is something they have confirmed. The first content patch, and this is something they have confirmed. But we have no idea if they are going to include the Guild versus Guild in
Yeah,
that. They have only confirmed that there will be a first content patch.
and that's it. For
Yeah, that's
I think up till the release, that will be the state of that announcement.
it. Yeah, after release, I think is they have said a week or so. After
We'll
that
see.
will be a
We'll
first.
see. We'll see. Get to that later.
So opens on Saturdays. Must be signed up before Friday at a set time.
It's kind of
Uh,
similar to how it is in Age of Wushu, Revelation Online, and all those games.
Non-GVG hours. It is a PvP enabled map with a daily you can do.
Hmm,
The
interesting.
PvP only maps. Yeah, PvP only maps. There are total of two maps, one flight plus ground and one non-flight.
One
Below
where
is
you have both flight mode and ground combat enabled. The other is only ground combat.
yeah, when is only ground. Below is the first of the PvP maps, non-flight. We will get
Yeah.
okay. We have
So right at the beginning, at the top, this yeah,
yeah. This
this
is the
is
blue section area,
yeah. Then at the
and
middle, this is the neutral spawn point. This river that is dividing the two sectors. And at the lower part, these are the red faction spawn point. The rest of the parts, all these are in Chinese text, so we cannot really tell what is what. But anyone who has time and wants to find out what is written there, you are welcome to check out.
yeah.
What do you think? That is what sort of activities there might be in this?
What do you mean by what sort of
We
activity?
can see a couple of like all these tags over on the map, right? All these.
See, I can see. It might be like how the Guild versus Guild done in Perfectable International, where there is the same as this one instance map with a blue and red team, but there was no neutral
Hmm.
team. Okay, there is only two teams. Okay, where
Of course, there's a
uh,
guild versus guild. So
yeah, so two teams spawn and we'll fight to get to the other team's castle.
there are also
Once we
additional some objectives throughout the map, right? That will
yeah,
release. Yeah.
we can do there is also there that, and there might be a flag system like how Age of Wushu does.
Okay.
Okay, so might be, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see quite soon.
So there a flag system where you take the flag from your base and put the flag and flag it in the blue base to
Hmm.
capture it.
Yeah. Let's go with all the other information Notachiro has given to us.
Okay, ranking system: DPS, arena, best crafter, richest
So
player, etc.
basically, these are the kind of ranks that are there in the game. As from the people who are currently playing, I have heard some fun fact like the basically the PvP ranking and the richest player ranking and the fashion ranking apparently are the most prominent ones.
Yeah. Then best crafter, I think it's really I think there is a quest. might be a quest given to a
Might be a
crafting.
quest, or might be like when you're crafting and stuff, you might get some points. That can also happen. I think I remember Age of Wushu had that kind of system.
Hmm, yeah,
Right.
and the DPS from what I know, the Buffalo International has a DPS ranking system where you hit a certain NPC to rank your damage.
Hmm.
The higher the damage, the higher your ranking is.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, I think that will be the DPS ranking maybe.
Maybe
And about arena, I have no idea what arena
that will
is.
probably be the PvP ranking, the main PvP seasonal rank. That's what I think about, because there is that ranking I've seen from people who are in the CN server. So probably
Okay. So then we have the ability to save 6 gear preset to avoid inventory clutter. Gear has its own inventory.
and this is such a wow, that's a
Yeah,
great thing.
yeah, this is a good thing. So yeah, so
the
we have
the only game that does that are basically Final Fantasy 14 and uh, who else? I think
uh,
FF14. That's the only game that has that.
FF14 has that, and no, I think Revelation also has that. I don't know.
Revelation? No,
I
no,
have,
no, 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 no.
no,
I don't
I
remember.
I think only FF has the gear.
Yeah,
There's different inventory for gear.
yeah.
So if I am correct, then we have 4 inventories. Wow.
Yeah. Let's go on.
Yeah. So Delhi's for both PvE and PvP. Okay, we have PvE dungeons and PvP arenas. Minigame arenas, Bomberman. I have no idea what a Bomberman is. Yeah, free market, no trade limits, no gift restrictions, and this is only for CN and Taiwan server. But we have
Yeah.
no idea about what is the
No,
Western.
we have certain idea, but we are going to get into that once we are going into what Gameforge has told us. So go on
We
with
had
the
no
rest.
concrete idea. We had no concrete idea for
Let's go on.
this.
Let's go on. We'll
Yeah.
discuss that when we head to that topic.
Gifting available only for people on your friend list.
Mhm.
Built-in DPS meter and thread generation meter. This is good. This has been confirmed. Fully customizable UI. You can customize your UI any way you want. Everything is
And we'll be
customizable.
showing how the UI looks like in our version in a little while.
Yeah, yeah. Transmog system. This is a thing that I have encountered in Guild Wars 2, where any gear you wear can be turned into a skin,
Yeah,
which you can then apply to your existing equipped gear on your existing equipped gear. I've encountered this in.
yeah. But but
You can do this. You can do this in FF. You can do this in Guild Wars 2
yeah,
also.
but there is
But
one thing Guild Wars 2 has that we don't know whether this game will have, is that when you sell or dismantle a particular gear, you get that gear skin unlocked as well. We don't know whether that will be the same here or not.
yeah, we have. But it is as every time you wear.
You wear
Uh,
that is, you're wearing, but will you get the
yeah,
skin unlock if you sell the sell the gear, or maybe dismantle the gear or
no,
something?
no. So Guild Wars 2, if you sell the gear, if you don't wear it or dismantle it, you would just if you
No,
get
I'm
it
not
and
talking
just.
about player selling. I'm not talking about that.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah,
So if you dismantle or sell into an NPC, you get the skin.
yeah. We don't know whether that will be the case here on just you
Yeah,
have to wear.
we have no idea. Yeah. Then guilds,
Which
20.
with this part we do not really need to talk about, because this I had already thrown back this into the previous video Peter's guide. But yeah,
Yeah. Then cache of vanity items, including in-game vanities, costumes, weapon skins, mounts.
Again, throwback to the previous video.
Yeah, all of them are account bound. Some of them are gender locked, some of them are not. Okay. Then more than enough housing plots for everyone. We'll discuss this in a
Yeah,
later time in this video only.
yeah,
Ability to play custom music to others. Okay, now this is something that is not yet confirmed, but they have told us that we can play music.
yeah. And if it is so, then the only game I have encountered this kind of system is in Arcade, because in Arcade there has an built system where you can create any kind of music you want.
We
So
have that in FF also.
I don't really know FF systems. So I didn't say
So
that.
how FF does is basically only the bard
Hmm.
class can play music. Only bard can.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Arcade we have music instruments kind of things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
people can.
yeah, in FF, only Bard has the music instrument. So they can get the music instrument. They can play all the instruments, but only that class can do it.
Hmm.
And how Guild Wars 2 does is basically you buy the music instrument from the cash shop, and any class, any race can play it, no matter what. You can just create the music, and you can play on your own.
Hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. For the life skill, we keep it for a later
Yeah.
video only altogether.
Yeah.
We'll discuss in a later video.
And there's
Let's move
this
on.
last two cheeky lines that we can see here. Do you want to say that?
Well, we can. This game is not very alt friendly in terms of end game gearing, which is yeah. I'll not
We
elaborate
Yeah,
on that.
let's not do that because we still don't know what the end game will be, how it'll be like.
I will not elaborate on that. Okay. And it is also not friendly to button smashers. Yeah. This is a very good thing. This is a very good thing where you cannot just face roll on your keyboard and expect to see the results.
Right, so that was we're not going to get into the life skill part because there will be uh, stream from Gameforge officials later down the line where they will show us the life skills. So we will see or talk about the life skills then and there with proper information. But of course, if you want to read it out, I'll have again this document in the description below. Thanks, Nodachiro, for all this information. Let us go now into proper details of what the Gameforge has told us.
Okay. Hello, guys, and now we'll be talking what has been discussed in the Q&A for solo. They have talked about, they have said that there'll be no definite beta dates. Okay, we are expecting, we are speculating the beta dates to be between mid-May, but they have not given us any specific
Well,
dates.
anyway, the alpha is supposed to be starting tomorrow, I guess. I think.
Yeah, yeah, tomorrow. That's what they have said.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another thing about betas are basically beta access. We have you get an auto access when you pre-order.
This is again throwback to our previous video. We had talked about this there.
And another thing about beta is when you have access to beta and you are playing, you get special events, very special events that are exclusive to beta, and also specific rewards that are exclusive to beta.
Yeah. For example, if you pre-order, uh, let's go. Let's also tell that part that if you pre-order the founder's flag and the founder's title, those are only for those are exclusive to our version. Those are
Yeah,
not there in the
yeah,
CN or Taiwan version, but those are
yeah.
exclusive.
Those are exclusive to the Western release.
Yeah,
But what I'm talking when I talk about exclusive rewards, uh, this is only given when you do the special events that are exclusive to the beta,
betas.
and you get specific rewards that you will only get in the beta test.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, another thing about is pre-order. Okay, it can be refunded anytime before the release within 3 months of buying.
but
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
can also refund if 3 months is passed, but release is still not there. The only problem is you will not get the money into your whatever bank account or whatever other actual uh, payment gets you used to buy. Instead, you'll get the refund back into your Steam wallet.
Yeah. So another thing is Steam is also getting the beta access. So they are giving we are any Steam players
Who
will only
pre-order?
get who pre-order, they will
Yeah.
get the beta access.
Every beta key that will be given by Gameforge or through other players to you will be for Gameforge client only, not Steam.
Yeah. Now moving on, Western release have no Chinese VO for launch. Okay, that
VO
is
is
a very
voiceover, but
yes.
but they have said that they have heard the community's voice and they might implement Chinese VO later down the line.
Mm, may it can basically there might be an option
Yeah,
maybe
but
way to
we might be able to change over that. But again, that will be later down the line, not anytime soon.
yeah. Another thing that differentiate the Western release from the Chinese version that they have said is basically the remastered version. Is our Western release is basically a remastered version of the Chinese game, where there are few things that are only available in the Western release, and there are not in the Chinese release.
Also, it is supposed to be more optimized with the more patches, optimization patches, and QoL quality of life updates that was released later in CN. But for our sake, they are trying to import all those into before and get a better game status before the release.
Now, moving on, they have discussed also that we have German, French, and Polish language with only English voiceovers. Uh, they can change the entire UI language to German, Polish, or French,
Along
or
with English, of course.
along with English. But the voiceover will only be English for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the patch times
As
are
in the update that they'll introduce new content in the game.
any hot fixes or any other
Hot
patch.
fixes there by the emergency maintenances or weekly maintenance, I think.
Maybe,
Yeah,
because they haven't confirmed about anything.
yeah,
They have only said that patch times it can be weekly or monthly to the monthly basis, depending on what they are patching.
yeah.
Okay. Now we have two servers, two
Two
EU and
server
NA.
clusters basically.
No, not three server clusters. There are a total of three server clusters.
Now this is a
So
little bit weird to me because on their official FAQ it said that there will be one server cluster on NA and there will be another for EU. But
yeah,
yeah, that's a,
but yeah,
okay.
but in the stream they have said that there will be they had two server cluster for NA and one for EU.
But that
Uh,
does not mean you have two different servers in NA. Not at all. There will be
yeah,
only one NA server, one EU server. No separation. It's basically a mega server kind of thing.
Yeah. So you can switch between the servers, but there is a timer between each switch. Okay, you can like maybe a cooldown timer like
Probably.
thing.
But
Um,
but switching servers does not mean your character progression transfers from one server to another. Not at all.
no, not at all, not at all. Your character progression will stay in that same server that you
Basically,
previously.
characters are server bound.
Yeah, characters is server money, but you can all the. I think we do not get this confirmation that all the account bound rewards or any gears can be transferred or not. We have no confirmation of that.
I don't think they will do that. Maybe the vanity items can be, but I seriously do not think that any. Uh,
Let's see. FF is
yeah,
doing it, so let's see. I have no idea.
it's
Okay, now moving on.
the
Uh,
server locations.
yeah, the server location NA is West Coast and EU is in Germany. Uh, this is the only information for the location server locations we have at the moment. Okay.
There might
Uh,
be more information in the FAQ page. As far as I know, they were supposed to update that. When they update, there might be more information there as well. We'll see.
yeah. NA and EU cannot play together, which is given.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Which is given, but there are some games that does crossover
Yeah,
game.
here we don't have crossover. Anyway.
Yeah.
Also,
Now,
another throwback that this is a PC only title. There is no console development as of now. Maybe in the
yeah.
future, but not now.
Another thing is that Unreal 4 engine update that have been the hot topic in the Chinese servers. Uh, we have no information that we'll be getting that.
When we'll be getting, as far the only thing they
When
have said that when it'll be released in CN, they will try to port it here as fast as possible.
yeah, but so far no specific date has been given for the Unreal
In
4
fact,
engine
even
update.
in CN server, I don't think any specific date for their update has been given. So yeah,
Now moving on, the alpha stage that is starting this week is only for the media, the press, and the content
some
creators.
of the
Okay.
content creators, not
No, yeah, some of the content
very
creators, but
few actually.
yeah, very few. And one of the important thing is alpha is NDA bound.
Yeah.
Okay,
So no matter who joins,
yeah,
unless we hit beta, you will not be finding any sort of gameplay activity from the alpha footage through
yeah,
the content creators. None until
yeah,
then.
you have to basically sign an NDA to
Which
get into the.
is a non-disclosure agreement. If you Titus, can you just go a thorough like a debrief on what NDA generally covers?
Basically, it is a non-disclosure agreement that specifies that you will not disclose anything or any content that you are getting into or you are getting your hands into or you have been shown any type of content, any type of video, any type of information cannot be disclosed to the outside world. Um,
Until
that
the
is
agreement is lifted.
Yeah, that is basically NDA in nutshell. So then once we get to the beta, uh, then that is when the NDA is lifted. Beta you can stream.
You can stream, you can make videos and stuff, and of course, we'll be also putting up stuff there.
Yeah. So now moving on.
Before we move
Uh,
on, let's just
yeah,
another disclaimer that beta keys are for that particular beta only. If you get a beta key from, let's say, for CBT, not CBT, like beta 1, you will not be getting access to beta 2, which will be later in a couple of weeks after the first beta. through that key at all. Another disclaimer, from our previous video, we had put a link which was official Gameforge beta key giveaway. There's already a Discord server in official Source of Legends online Discord known as Giveaways and Raffles, where official later official all the giveaways they will do, and also other people, other content creators or other people who wants to uh, do the giveaways as well, they can also reach out to them and they'll also promote that in that channel. Already there is a particular giveaway going on where you have a chance to win a base game pack. There's the 39.99 USD, right? It's
Yes, yes, it is.
yeah, through Steam. So be
Yeah.
sure to check that out. I'll be putting the link to join the official Discord as well as the giveaway the key giveaway, beta key giveaway link in the description.
You can explain the Gleam one also.
Gleam is
Yeah.
the one that is going with the official beta key giveaway. Gleam is basically a platform which maximum of the giveaways goes on. People love to use that. So that's that. Again, the link will be in the description. So yeah, go on.
So now moving on to what so there will be package rewards at launch, like now what package reward is basically you go through the uh, betas, okay, and once the beta ends, okay, there will be certain rewards that will be given to the beta testers at launch.
We don't really know what is going to be given, but
Yeah, we don't really know what is going to be given, but we know that there will be
there might be,
reward.
again, there might be. It's not
Yeah, there
exactly
might be
confirmed, but
and which
it's kind of,
uh,
there's a chance.
yeah, they have hinted that it might be something account bound stuff. Any like,
Yeah,
yeah, there will be no marriage system.
yep.
Okay, that is get it through that. Yeah, we have no marriage system as of now. Okay, we don't know. They have said no to the marriage
Even
system.
CN server does not have any marriage system, so for the foreseeable future, don't expect that.
Yeah, but they have said that there will be certain specific special events when there will be like the Lunar New Year or a Valentine's Day or stuff like that. Okay, so there will be special events for those type of
Activities.
stuff, activities or festivals or stuff.
Yeah,
Uh, now,
let's go to the shop part. Let's and finish up that part.
yeah. So, where do you want to start the shop part?
First of all, again, we have been saying this from the very first day that there is no pay to win aspect in this game. Uh, The amount of times we saw this question asked through various streams, even the official stream and other content creators streams, even in Discord. Guys, please, there is at least until as much as information we know about, there is uh, no pay to win aspect we are able to find out as of yet. So yeah, just
Uh,
keep that in
yeah,
mind.
well, whenever a MMO releases, there is always this question if the MMO is pay to win or not. There
Yeah,
is always this question, like people will be asking that if it's pay to win or not. Okay,
yeah.
now,
Now let's
uh,
go into right. So gift mode, as we can confirm for now, that gift mode is only friend restricted, as we have said that
yeah,
you can only send it to the friends. So, but there are, as far as I know, that there are several levels of friendship. So we don't know if there are any level restriction on there, but as for they have only said that it is friend restricted. So I'm guessing only as long as they are in your friend list, I guess. Maybe.
yeah. Now, this is another important topic. Any items you purchase during the beta will be refunded
You
when
can
the
basically already purchase items in the
yeah,
store.
currently, but like any items you purchase in the beta, okay, and when the beta ends, when the reset happens, okay, all the money will be refunded to you and then some.
Yeah, then some.
Yeah, and then some. That is a good thing. That is like if you spend around say 2,000 bucks, you might get 2,500 bucks back.
Or maybe you might get some sort of items as well. We don't know.
But they have hinted on money, yeah, rather than
Might
item.
be. We'll see. We'll see. Might be both. Who knows?
Yeah, and they have also hinted that there might be something exclusive. As I have said before, there will be something exclusive when the beta ends for the people who have purchased and
Played.
played during the beta. There will be something
Yeah.
exclusive for them once the beta ends.
So now, before we head to the next part, let me just make sure that you guys understand there is no AFK activity in this game as of yet. In the Revelation Online, we have seen several AFK activities like the hot spring, where you eat something and get XP for staying there. There will be no such activities in this game
Yeah. Also, the future updates will not be monetized.
as of
At
now.
least there is
As of
as
now,
of now. So
in
any expansion you get is completely free for the people that have already bought the game.
again, this has a chance to always change in the future. This is obviously in the hands of Gameforge and is never set in stone. But for now, you can rest assured.
Okay, so now let's move on to UI.
Before we do that, just let us talk about the housing, a little bit of housing information we have here, right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
let's get there.
Yeah, so housing is a first come first serve basis, uh, but there is enough for everyone to get a house. And again, housing is account bound, not character bound. You cannot share the house with your friends. Okay, you cannot share it, and housing NPCs you can get, but you can get housing NPCs. You can get any pets. Uh, that you, and those pets can be found in open world. You can tame the pet and bring them to your house to
Decorate and
uh,
stuff.
decorate, or you can pasture on anything, graze maybe.
Let's not go into that area because we don't have any information on that.
Yeah, but like just
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
Next up,
invent
let us actually move on to the inventory part. Then we can from inventory we can go to the photo area they have shown, and then we'll head to the settings and UI and all that. So
yeah, okay. So we have total of currently there are total of four types of inventory they have mentioned.
yeah. Let's
Okay, we
go
have
with the base inventory as we can see right now in the picture.
yeah, we have the base inventory where your stuff will be included. We have the gear inventory that we have discussed before, where your gears will be located.
Yeah.
And then we have the bank, okay, where you can store your stuff. Okay, and then we have the shared inventory, which is shared among all your characters in the same account.
Yeah. And before we show that, let us actually see a couple of stuff here in the inventory picture that we can see. First off, these bag status, let's go on with that explanation first.
Yes. So this is you can see a lot of four slots for bags. You can craft these bags are craftable. Okay, you can only craft these bags and then put them in the inventory to get more slots. Okay, the bags can you can be of various sizes. We have no in, well, have don't have any much information on that.
Basically, it can be
Like,
similar to how Guild Wars 2 handles the inventory,
yeah,
or
yeah, but like,
kind of, yeah,
yeah, kind of like we don't have very specific information on what is the difference each bag have,
yeah.
like how many slots each bag can
But
give. Okay.
but again, unlike Guild Wars 2, there will be no give us cash shop currency and we'll unlock back slot for you. No, none of that.
Yeah, that thing is not there. That thing is not there.
So you are
Okay.
not going to have like, let's say, 1,000 slots in your bag. No.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2 has a lot of slots too. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one, which we are going to show you is the bank.
Okay, yeah, this is bank has a lot of back slots. Okay, you can so this is the bank where you can store your stuff.
And
But
even without the back slot, we have like 16 slots already. And then we have 8 bag slots there. And again, all of
yeah,
these slots are unlockable. You can put stuff, bags in all of these slots without any blockage,
yeah. Then we have the shared inventory.
which only
Okay,
has 16 slots.
okay, yeah. So we can use this inventory to share gears among your characters
Yeah,
in the same account.
yeah.
Okay.
Before we go to the next part, let us give two more information that
Yeah. So one is a very good information that this game is partially supported a controller. Okay, a controller has a partial support. Okay, you can you can play with a controller, but if you want to do other stuff like if
opening
there are
you
menus and
something
yeah,
UI related. Yeah,
something related, you have to use your mouse or keyboard. But you have controller support,
yeah.
even though it is partial.
And it's a good support. Like we saw that was very smooth.
Yeah, that was a that is a very smooth gameplay. Yeah, and go on with the other information.
Yeah. So generally in games we see a lot of different chat channels, like a general chat, the guild chat, the alliance chat, the PvP chat. There are a lot of different chat channels depending on your game. Here we will have one all over the regional channel. Of course, there will be map channels. Of course, we will also have language specific channels. For example, we'll have a German chat channel, we'll have a French chat channel, other than the general channel, which is basically English. But other people can obviously talk in there, but this is more catered towards the people who do not speak English at all. Then we will have class specific chat channels as well. This is something similar to the kind of chat we see in Age of Wushu, where we have a clan specific, faction specific chat, which acts in that game, sex specific chat, which acts in that game as your class, basically, even if it's not like an official class. But we will see a similar chat channel here. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us go on with the next part, which is the photo mode.
No. Yeah. So they have photo mode has a lot of we don't have much confirmation, but what they have shown from the photo mode that can have a lot of options for the backgrounds. You have a lot of options for color. You can change a lot of stuff.
Which are basically your filters, how you are going to make it
Yeah,
look like.
yeah, filters.
I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to let you guys see this. All these settings there is. These are the general settings that we are seeing here. There is advanced setting, emotes, and lighting. There are
Yeah.
two kind of cameras. We don't know what the second camera does. Then
Yeah. We don't have
yeah,
to know.
yeah. Then here we have a rotation speed and movement speed, I believe, right?
Yeah. Then we have the it's called follow mode
Yeah, follow mode.
and still. So maybe
Movement and still like the character.
maybe doing
I
some
think
type of
maybe something similar to how the GPOs, a couple of GPOs systems are in Final
yeah.
Fantasy. You can also hide the menu from here, and there's the pause action, selfie, and main camera button.
Yeah.
I think the second camera can be the selfie camera, but we don't know how that looks
No,
like yet. Yeah,
maybe I think the selfie camera is basically from the first person view.
maybe. Or we don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah, we don't know yet that. They have showed very little about the
There's
first
also
person view.
something here, but this is basically covered by their faces, and that's it.
Yeah.
And these are the advanced settings we can see here. Titus, if you will want to explain what all this does.
Yeah, so we have depth of field, we have light, we have vignette and color. We also have autofocus. Okay, then we have two types of depth of field, that is foreground and background. Okay, then we have focal distance and focal distance ratio the settings. Then light sensitivity and a wide angle. Uh,
So,
then
what these all means? If you can little bit of give an explanation to our viewers, what these settings particularly mean.
okay, for the wide angle, I can only say that you can get a surround like a curve photo maybe
Hmm.
a wide angle photo.
Okay,
Okay. Huh. Light sensitivity is for we don't know how light sensitivity is in this game works, but maybe like turning the overall lighting or something like that.
maybe next.
Huh. Next up is focal distance ratio. Okay. Now this thing, mm, mm, this is different to what the real world focal distance means, but in photo mode, maybe like the ratio between how where your camera is and from the center, maybe there
Okay,
will be a center point, maybe like a certain area where your character is and where your camera is, that type of ratio.
okay,
And a focal distance is that
distance. So
uh,
yeah.
that distance basically. Okay,
And
now
what is DOF, depth of field? A lot of people actually want to get in deep into this part because it uh, very much we saw what low DOF does.
well, uh, DO basically is the distance between the nearest and the farthest object. That basically that's what the best uh,
In simple
definition is.
terms.
Basic,
Yeah.
yeah, it's in simple terms. Okay, huh. but uh, but what maybe how it works in here is basically where if your camera moves away from your character, okay, okay, then and you're focusing on as a captor, maybe the other side go blur or something like that.
Hmm.
Okay, we have basically we have not shown
Yeah,
how it works in
this game.
the game.
We also have several settings for light, vignette, and color as well, but we cannot see that here as they have not shown us all those settings. And finally, we have 6 different presets for making our favorite photo mode preset, or different favorite photo mode presets as we required to save them. Right.
Yeah.
So
We can
yeah,
we can basically how is it? We can take different camera angles and save the preset.
yeah,
Then when you are next time you are going to take a photo mode, we can use that preset to take the photo and change the
change. Yeah.
settings.
Now, before we go to the next part, let us give another additional information to a mode. First thing first, throwback to our previous video. You remember, might remember, we have shown a couple of pictures in our previous video where you saw that the in the vanity shop there was the option to purchase different eye balls basically. Hairstyles, hair color, your eyeliner, eyeshadow, those kind of things, uh, all those stuff you could have purchased. And that was the point where I had asked that whether we need character customization ticket from the vanity shop to redo our character with all these purchases. Well, now we are happy to say that no, there is no need to do so, because the game itself has a recharge option you can use without any cost.
And the retouch has more options,
And
more
that's basically from where you are buying all those other options that we had shown in the previous video.
yeah. So you have more hairstyles, more makeups, more of everything basically. You
Yeah,
can change the entire look of your character through the retouch option.
yes. Uh, Another thing, let us go tell right now, because this triggered a couple of people in the live stream as well. Is that you cannot really change specs as in your tank, healer, or DPS when you're queuing as a in PvP, or maybe when in PvE. You need to select what spec you are, tank, healer, or DPS. Kind of similar to how it is in Elder Scrolls Online. Uh,
Uh, no, but like they have already said that
yeah,
once
I'm
you,
getting there. I'm getting,
yeah,
but a tank cannot, like a person cannot queue as a tank role in 3 versus 3 PvP. This is a bummer in for a lot of people, but uh, we don't know why this is this. But yeah, this is how it is. There, people can queue for PvP in a party as well, so you can already do a pre-made party and join up. And again, we had already said that there will be bigger PvP battles in the first
yeah.
content patch.
Another is you can if you queue up. Okay, if you have a certain class and you queue in, and once you go into the arena, there will be a countdown section
Yeah,
where you can again change your class if you want to.
or
You can again
rather
change.
your role if you want to, not exactly
Yeah,
class, but what
yeah,
which spec you are in, a DPS or healer or DPS or tank, whatever spec.
yeah. You can change your role
Yeah,
depending even once you are in the arena as well during the countdown process.
yeah. So now let's move on to the next part. Let's see, we have the game settings, the first setting page anyway. But yeah, as you can see here, we have 6 different presets: the minimal, super, low, normal, high, and ultra preset. And then last one is the user defined, that you generally cannot select. It will automatically be selected if you do any customization on the settings by yourself. Basically, mess
Yeah,
around with the presets. On the first part, we can see this is the first of the 4 tabs. We can see the monitor, which display you want your game is basically. Then you have a resolution, which is showing as full scale mode, but I am hoping there will be a borderless window mode as well. Makes life easier for me. but there will definitely be a windowed mode. Those two are like going to be definitely be in. Certain games don't put a borderless window, but we'll see during the testing. Titus, go on with the rendering
Yeah.
skill.
So now we have the rendering scale. It goes from 50 to 100%. Uh, Now,
What does
if
that
it
mean for players?
yeah, for players, it can mean that how much area you will around your character your character as a center, how much area will be rendered. Uh, Even though you are on ultra, okay, even though you are ultra, how much area with your character being the center, how much area will be rendered? That is basically the percentage of, yeah.
Okay.
So and that is basically rendering scale
Yep.
in the game.
Next is the gamma, which inadvertently does a lot of things, but for the players, this will be your brightness settings, basically how bright or dark you want your game to be. You can change your gamma scale and change that. Next up,
Yeah. Next up is your foreground FPS limit and background FPS limit. This is a little bit confusing. Uh, for me, I have little idea what they mean about foreground FPS and a background because they have not cleared these two settings with us.
yeah,
We have no information about these two
right.
does.
And then
Then we
we have the dynamic field of view, so FOV again
okay, and then intelligent depth of field. Okay, again, this settings. What actually this settings does is we have to see in
in the game itself.
the game
We'll
itself.
do a video on this only. We'll mess around with the settings and see how the feedback is. Then
Yeah,
there are hide people basically, but there are other settings also that we cannot see here. They are not shown in the settings. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, I guess.
yes,
So this is our UI.
yeah.
First,
Or then you take this.
yeah, go on.
Okay. So now we are in the UI sections where you can edit UIs. Okay. Can you zoom in a bit?
Yeah, we'll zoom in, but first let's like everyone give a overview of what we can see with the like the absolute top most layer.
Like a lot of
A lot of UI elements, but
yeah, a lot of
we can see that the top layer here, the top whatever details are at the top, that is not removable. Those are outside of the customization area.
yeah.
First, let's go to the interface setting. You can go on with this.
We have quick bar settings where you can set which quick bar you want to activate and how that quick bar should look like. How many rows, how many columns.
Yeah,
Uh, you want to log that single quick bar, or you want to lock it all.
yeah,
Uh, then we have addition effect bar. We can uh, show target effects, then activate effect bar, show on the right, show on the then show target focus key.
yeah. Some I don't know what that is, but
Yeah, this
again,
so
this is alpha footage, and you'll see in a little while that all the localization are not done. So yeah,
yeah, so basically what this effect bar is, they have not shown what specifically that effect bar means, where what this individual option does exactly. We have to test that in the beta game.
so let's go with the absolute top bar.
Yeah, there we have the player portrait image. You can
Before that, go on with what we can see on the top. All these numbers, what do they mean?
This might be your vicinity. This is basically a ping.
Yeah, your
Uh,
server ping, server connection stability, all that comes here.
yeah.
This
Then
is FPS.
is FPS, and this is 4 out of 22.
I
This
think
is,
inventory.
I say number of players
Nope,
around you,
nope,
maybe.
nope, nope, nope.
No? Number
I
of
don't think so.
inventory.
Like what do you mean by 22? There will be more than 22 players in a city.
Maybe there are 22 players in the area and only 4 players in your vicinity. Maybe I don't
Yeah, no, but this icon makes me look like some sort of Gorad or something like that. That
know.
is
Bullseye.
not exactly a bullseye. There's like some sort of we'll see. Let's
Okay,
let's
then
stop
we
that
have
debate.
yeah, we have this money.
Yeah, which is your basic game currency, the gold and the silver.
Yeah.
If-
What is the next one?
this is something I do not know about. This is there in the CN server and Taiwan server, of course, but I don't really know what this is, what it does.
Okay. Then we have hide players and hide teammates and hide enemies. These
What what
three.
what? Why someone needs hide enemies is something I don't understand. And
I don't know. Like you want to fight with invisible enemies?
and then we have block pop-ups. Pop-ups in a game,
Seriously, like they want to block ad pop-ups.
right? Then we have
uh,
the
yeah. Then we have the local timing, maybe.
we don't know what time this is, the local time or server time, and this is something like maybe like game time or something like that.
Yeah, maybe the game time. Then we have the coordinates.
Yeah, basically. Now let's go from here only. This is our radar and map.
Okay.
Accessibility
We have
bar has a lot of things there. I think that the shop is there and a couple of other stuff is there as well.
maybe shortcuts to uh,
Certain stuff, yeah, some additional stuff that are not exactly part of yourself, but like event page, some those sort of stuff will
yeah,
come.
yeah. So then we have quest list.
Yeah,
Then we have opponents and
and
your opponent portrait.
behind is something we don't really get to understand what that
Yeah.
is.
Then there is personal threat list. Okay. So personal threat list will be the number of enemies you are aggroed with.
And what is your aggro value? That is also we have shown in the previous
Yeah.
video.
Then we have additional effect bar. Okay. So these are the effect bars.
Yeah, there are two at two sides. There are additional effects, like four at four sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
This is
Maybe the buffs.
pro buffs, not permanent buffs, because permanent buffs come here on below the portrait image.
Hmm. Maybe that is the
Temporary buff or
temp-
maybe something.
temporary buffs.
Yeah,
Yeah. So then note on new skill.
maybe tooltip, maybe like a guide tip, something when you unlock a new
Yeah.
skill, it will show that. There is also
Uh,
something there we cannot see.
yeah. Wow. There are a lot of buffs.
This is dodge, this little small thingy. Uh,
Yeah.
this
That is
is
important buffs.
yeah.
I can see. Well,
What menu is this? We don't know. Some
I think something called event menu. I
feels
can
like there's
see.
some sort of event menu or something. Don't know.
Okay, then warning.
Warning:
Uh,
you are under influence of crowd control.
crowd control. Yeah, basically CC debuff.
Yeah. Then this is something that is not localized, as you can see here. Scan is
Yeah.
text.
Then yeah, we have flight path and song bar.
Yeah. Then important buff debuff, and then this is the
Mastery buff.
master resource. Two side, one is HP, and this is the second class resource, which can be MP or whatever the class resource may be,
Then we have quick bar 1, 2, 3, 4,
which are your hotbars. Uh,
and
Combat buff
then
and debuff. There's a lot of buff and effect and do a lot of
yeah.
stuff.
Eh, we, we need to check that. We have no idea. Like
Yeah,
uh,
and
there is
I think this
one
is
minute buff.
the
We have component buff,
yeah. I think this icon is where the we can do all this customization by clicking that icon. I think
or maybe lock the hotbars.
we'll see. This is a
We have
message. I don't know what message is it.
seriously. There's a big, big stuff for messages.
Yeah.
Then that is shared inventory. Is that a shared inventory on top of message?
Uh, Inventory is definitely, but I don't know. I can only see two E's here.
Yeah, I have no idea.
There's one or two more alphabets at the side, but I cannot read those.
Yeah. Then what else? We have
Area
area
equipment slot, equipment durability, something here as well. Influence of crowd. This is PvP. So this is PvE crowd control, and this big thing is PvP crowd control.
yeah,
And then we have the chat bar,
yeah. Then quick bar
quick
5 and
bar,
6.
uh, prompt.
Prompt of special loot items. Okay.
Um,
Then target bar, target spell bar, target info, permanent bar, permanent debuff, and your portrait.
yeah, there's also some
Target
treasure equipment and treasure. I don't know what.
looks like people will have a lot of cleaning to do.
Yeah, a lot of cleaning. Another, I'm going to show you. You guys are seeing these sizes, these like the middle one sizes, right? These sizes. Let us actually go to that part. Are basically 70%, and you can have like yeah. These are obnoxious for me and Titus. We even in our Final Fantasy we have like 60 to 8, 60 or 70%, which is the lowest of the two sizes, and here is
Who in the right mind will go for 200%? Who in the right mind will go for 200%?
you don't know. There's a lot of kind of people there.
Unless and until you have a very big ass TV.
Yeah, maybe something like a wall TV, like a full filled wall. Right. So
I'll rather go for 50, dude.
yeah, me too. Uh, First thing first, I'll decrease the mini map size. My goodness, that big as mini map.
Look at the chat size, dude.
So chat is still fine because you can hide that, and but also chat the font size matters. So chat is
Yeah, and
still fine.
another thing, why is everything in the center?
Yeah, like this is fine. This stuff staying in center is fine, but it's all these God, all the sides are like crying like.
By the way, where is the party list? Do you see any party list?
Uh, no, what I know is that party list should be at the left side. No, not
That
exactly
should
the
be the
left
left.
side. It's around this area, the area equipment slots. No, here I have seen, but I
Good.
don't know. Like, but yeah, I
Okay,
don't. Maybe
yeah.
some of these are party lists that are hidden here, and we have to drag that here. I don't know. Whatever. There is definitely some stuff hidden here. So yeah. All right, so that is all the pictures we had to show. Did we missed any other point? I just make sure we have not missed any other point, so we can just wrap this one up.
I don't think we have missed any other points, but if we want to do, we can focus more on the.
I also don't think we are. I think we have covered almost all the points. So there's one thing though they have said that this is a performance-heavy game.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is a performance. This is a performance-heavy game. Yes.
but like the optimal requirement, the recommended requirement that they have shared to us is not that heavy, so I'm not exactly sure of what they mean by this. Uh, Another thing that they have said that there will be an upcoming, mainly up and coming PvP stream as well soon, maybe in a couple of weeks. So we'll get some PvP information there.
We can also explain there is a setting, the rendering scale that we have talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can explain how it is exactly works. Maybe like we have explained how they have told us. Okay.
Yeah, we
Uh,
will do that when we actually get our hands on the game, and we'll test out all those. Then we'll compare how something is supposed to work and something that works in the game. So anyway, guys, this is as much as information we can get right now. Soon we'll be making another video that we will cover the lore that is presiding this game, because right now I don't know how many of you want, but Sword of Legends or Gushan is, as we have seen in our previous video, there are three Gushan games, single player games, and Sword of Legends Online takes its lore, its storyline after the events of Goshan 2. So we have plans on actually getting into all the lore, what happened in Goshan 2, or any presiding events, and the general world setting. We'll have a talk about that in an upcoming video soon. So uh, hopefully that will be more that will be something you guys will be interested in, and getting to know what the lore is about. Anyway, let us end this session here. Thanks for watching, and make sure to follow all the necessary stuff that you need to follow all in the descriptions below. All the giveaways will be in the description below as well. Thanks for listening, and stay safe, stay well. Let us, let's say good night.
yeah. Good night.